Yonda.
So I'm just gonna rest this on my cock. There we go.
On your killer abs.
Alright.
I'm not sure it's a very stable position for your microphone, but
That's what she said.
oh my god.
Wow.
Hello everybody. My name is Thomas and
Wait,
welcome
what?
to the AYUC podcast. We just recorded that, yeah.
Well, before we start the live stream, today is gonna be about Netflix. Thomas is a dick.
Oh, I'm not.
I'm
Chris
here too, by the
Oh,
way.
hi.
Hi.
Yeah, my name's Thomas. This is Tatiana.
Hi, I'm Tatiana.
And
Hi,
over
I'm
there,
Chris. I'm not a dick.
I'm mixed opinions. I won't say anything about that. Today I want to talk about, I want to start off about Netflix and just talk about something which really bugs me about Netflix, okay? So just, if you will, lend me a minute of your time.
Uh-huh.
Thank you. So, last Friday, an old middle school friend of mine, or actually it was high school probably, doesn't matter. An old friend of mine came over and he was like, "Hey, let's watch this series, BoJack Horseman. It's a great series, by the way. Go watch it.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
There's a new episode." And I was like, "All right, that's all right. That's cool." So we went on Netflix because he has that, by the way, and there was so much shit, just so many series and documentaries and movies.
Isn't BoJack Ace?
No, but there's a great Ace character in that series.
Oh, nice.
His name is Todd.
Okay, but wait, so you set out to watch BoJack Horseman.
Yeah.
But you got distracted by the rest of Netflix.
We were a little high. I'll admit that. We were a little high. So we got onto Netflix, right? And I don't have Netflix, by the way.
So this is with your
Same here, I
this
just
is with your
remember.
female middle schooler.
No. What?
With who are you watching this?
Just an old friend of mine. And
Oh.
he just has Netflix.
Okay. So this is with your middle schooler.
I don't know what you're aiming at here. What do you want?
Oh wait, no, he's old now.
What? Yeah.
Is he of age?
Yeah, of course he
Are you
is.
doing it safely?
Always.
Awesome.
Always use a condom,
Alright,
boys.
keep going.
What? Anyway, I can't even. The gist of it is that we went on Netflix and there's so much choice, and just there's too much choice on Netflix. That's my hot take on that one. Netflix is not
that
good.
why you dislike it?
Yeah, I don't like Netflix because
Just
there's
because
so
there
much
are too
choice.
many options.
There's too many options.
Alright.
I'm sort of mixed on Netflix, even though I've never had an account. I just take advantage of other people who have
Like a-
Netflix. Yeah.
Like a true parasite.
Like-
Oh man, I'm proud of you.
Like a true virus, isn't
Oh
it?
man.
But I mean, on one hand, I think the positives of it are that some shows are quite interesting. You do have access to some really good programs and movies.
Name a few. Name three.
Okay.
I mean, apart
Rick and
from
Morty.
You challenge a filmmaker to
okay.
name films.
Fleabag.
What's
But
Fleabag?
that's also on BBC iPlayer. Fleabag is a UK series. It's really short. I really need to watch it. And for those who don't use VPN, you can use Netflix, I think, to watch it. I think so, because a lot of BBC. And then a third one, I guess it would be.
How I Met Your Mother.
I was gonna say that like
well.
some documentaries, like the Fire Festival. I remember watched that one time.
Is there a documentary on that?
There is.
Oh my god.
I watched it because I did babysitting one time, and I decided to just use the parents' Netflix account. They let me use it, so, why not?
Tat,
And then I
variety
just
is a
watched
good
the
thing.
docu.
Variety is a good thing.
I disagree.
I think so.
So-
I'm in favor of
so you-
variety of
okay.
all sorts.
So Thomas, I'd like to understand this, right? So is it just variety in movies that bothers you, or is it variety in all things?
No, it's just variety in the movies because there's just too much choice.
I
There's too many
do
things.
appreciate how BBC iPlayer, they have a limited selection of films, so it's free for any UK user, and if you have a TV license as well. And when I prefer BBC iPlayer over Netflix personally, because also when it comes to choosing movies, with the problem with Netflix, I agree, is that you have so many options, which on one hand is great, but from my case, in my shoes, I prefer like a limited amount, so then it's a lot easier for me to choose a movie and I don't have to waste half an hour in scrolling through the options.
But I mean, that's what the recommended for you tab is.
I mean, I don't have a Netflix account, that's why. But
You see, you
My-
both don't have a Netflix account. This is
Yeah.
the problem here, right?
No.
Because
Oh.
I have a Netflix account, and Netflix curates the movies and documentaries that I like to watch
Yeah. So like they go, oh, you liked watching Rick and Morty. Maybe you want to see all of these Netflix originals, or maybe you want to go watch do you like The Office, Chris? You like The Office? Because we have a bunch of that. We can watch The Office. This is every single time I use this. This friend's over and we use his account. It's always like recommending, oh, do you want Brooklyn Nine-Nine or The Office, the most cookie cutter basic sitcoms. I mean,
I'm one of the minority who is not a big fan of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and it's not. I prefer The Office.
It's a fun show.
It's fun.
It's just like The Office. It's alright. It's pretty okay.
Personally.
Okay, that's fine.
I just watched a few. Yeah, the UK one.
Oh, okay.
I haven't watched the US one. That's why I love the UK one.
The one with Ricky Gervais. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a hot take.
And Martin Freeman.
That's a hot take. Most people like the Office US.
The Office US one. Yeah. Maybe it is better. I just haven't seen it. This is coming from somebody who's quite ignorant in the remake.
Is there like something like that in China, Taiwan as well, where there's like one TV show and there's a Taiwanese version and a Chinese version?
You mean? Oh yeah, no, there is.
Yeah.
I mean, for example, what's it called? Doctor Stranger, was it? No, wait. Not Doctor
Strange is a.
No. The person with the one doctor who had like this syndrome which causes him to be super smart, but he's super autistic. There was an American adaptation of it as well, which got praised, but the original Korean version did not.
Oh, Doctor Strange or South Korean television.
Yeah, Doctor Stranger. Yeah. So actually, the Korean one was the original one, which took K-drama by storm. But then the American version came out, which honestly I've watched as well, and was just a really shitty adaptation of it, but got more recognition of it because it's just American, and I was like, excuse me. But yeah, so adaptations are.
Oh, it has been adapted in Chinese. And
in Chinese as well, yeah.
Yeah, because that actually reminds me of like K-pop, because there's these K-pop bands which have to learn.
You mean EXO?
There's
EXO
multiple
had
ones.
EXO had like EXO-K, EXO-C.
I think so, yeah. They have to learn. They have to record a song, and after they're done, they record it in Japanese and Chinese as well for like maximum profit.
Yeah, which is big brain.
Well, it's big money, cash money.
Exactly. But let's return back to Netflix though.
Oh, sure, right.
Because we keep going on tangents, and
that's the lovely dynamic.
I'm still not convinced that variety is a bad thing. Because I think for y'all,
I disagree.
I mean, okay. If you go to a restaurant, right, and you eat the steak, and the steak is lovely, but then you go to the restaurant again, and you want something different, but they give you steak.
Right.
So you just keep eating steak for the rest of your life, increasing the carbon dioxide.
Right.
I think, restaurants, it's nice to have it depends on, they're two different businesses, because some restaurants should be a bit more focused, I remember watching like Gordon Ramsay, like Kitchen Nightmares, and I know a big menu is bad because it's like too much. It's the chef is going to be overworked and the food quality will go down.
So you rather have a restaurant that's focused on a couple dishes.
Oh my god, my argument's falling down the toilet, isn't it? Because if you have too much on Netflix, like the quality kind of goes down. I think with Netflix original, like I remember those TV or made to Netflix romance comedies, movies,
but here's the thing, right?
Dramas.
You like a lot of different
really
films.
Bad, most of them.
You like a lot of different film genres as well, right?
Yeah, I'm more of a film buff. I don't know much about TV.
But so here's the thing: if
you are a film buff,
let's take it to food, right?
I watch telenovelas. That's all I watch.
So if you want Italian food, go to an Italian restaurant, right? If you want junk food, you go to a junk food bar, vegan junk food bar just across the block. If you want, let's say, yogurt, you go to a yogurt bar, right? So you go
Frozen
to
yogurt.
Exactly. So you go to a specialized restaurant,
like normal yogurt.
but you still prefer the variety in restaurants. So you are an advocate of variety.
I do love buffets. I'm not going to lie.
Exactly.
All right. So, but then here's the logical conclusion of that. There should be a The Office Netflix, right? And it should be like a documentaries Netflix. And you have to pay for every single one. Netflix, hire me.
I remember one of my first Netflix movies, one of the first Netflix movies that I saw was Beasts of No Nation, which was with Idris Elba. It's a really dark, long movie about child soldiers based on a book. And Netflix produced it. And I saw it in the limited film screenings. I saw it in the cinema, not on TV. But it was eventually released only on Netflix. It was a great film. I mean, Netflix can produce really good films. The Irishman, the new film by Martin Scorsese, that's also on Netflix.
Yeah, I saw some ads from that. It looks pretty intense, but I'm not sure whether it's for me.
Fair enough.
I don't know though.
But I don't know much about TV, so you guys are more of the experts.
right.
Yeah.
Sure. I haven't watched TV in years, I think.
Same here.
I only
use
watch
Netflix.
TV when I'm like with my parents, and we only watch one program, and it's the evening news, the MS News, and that's it. And then the TV goes off again. It's like, well, TV still sucks as much as it did when I last watched TV.
The last time I watched it was during the summer. I watched Britain's Got Talent over, like, rewinded the episodes.
Right.
I love it. It's so nostalgic. And, like, they always give the same praise each year to, like, the best acts. Like, you are the best singer in the whole competition. And then they have the golden confetti. And everyone's screaming and just so happy.
Yeah.
I'm like, this was my childhood. I remember eating, like, pizza with my sister, like, after school. And my mum would put on Britain's Got Talent.
Actually, my karate dojo got into Holland's Got Talent, which was pretty cool.
They did?
Yeah, we got all the way to finals.
What was the name of the dojo?
Yeah.
Karate do Almere.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then look at Karate Girls. That's the name.
You were one of the karate girls?
No, we were like the folks. I did the music.
Oh man, your hair was long. Wow. I don't have an image. I'm just playing inside of my
Yeah.
There you
go.
Man.
It got a 5-star
Karate
rating
Girls
on
on RTL4. Well done.
I know, right?
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, we lost to the guy who was singing and got bullied.
Does the Netherlands have, like, their own talent show?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
They have The Voice as
We
well,
were the
isn't
one
it?
who made
We made
Got
The
Talent.
Voice.
Oh, really?
And The Voice.
We
I
came up
know
with that
the
shit.
Netherlands also made of the America First, Netherlands Second. That's also
Yeah.
what I
No,
remember.
but like the Dutch are pretty good. We have
Correct, it's Johnny de Mol.
Yeah.
Exactly, it's
Johnny
Johnny.
de Mol is like a genius in just making TV shows that get millions of views. Just millions of people watching that shit. The people in Luxembourg at RTL, they know their shit, but Johnny de Mol, he also knows his
He's
shit,
super
and he has
chill.
capitalized on that.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
Gordon.
I haven't seen, like, the Dutch voice. I've seen French, Russian, not Italian, Russian.
You have seen the Russian
Russian.
voice?
Yeah, it was like
Possible.
Spasiba!
Yeah.
Vodka.
Portugal.
Putin knop, hit kovanch, and ask Max, because that's real Russian. No, my internet's not working. I can't look it up, the Karate Girls, because the streaming is taking up too much internet, too much bandwidth. Maybe you can Google it.
Yeah, no, they are pretty good actually.
No, but you know, TV should stay on TV, and Netflix should just not be this many.
Yeah, I think
shows.
Netflix is a bigger threat to television than film, because I remember hearing about debates between some film directors as to what they think of Netflix and Cannes Film Festival as well.
Cool.
Netflix is taking over, like, producing films, so that's cool.
Yeah, I actually wasn't that like a thing in the film world where they wanted to give an Oscar to, or at least a film prize. I don't think an Oscar. They wanted to give a film prize to a Netflix original, which had never been like in a cinema or on a screen.
Right.
And then Steven Spielberg came out and like said, "That's a bad idea." And then people asked why, and he said, "I don't know. It just feels like a bad idea, man."
Yeah.
And that people found that really hypocritical and stuff. What do you think about that? Should Netflix series get their?
I think they should be released in the cinema if they're going to compete for. I mean, I don't like any, like, award ceremony. I don't like the Oscars.
Okay.
Like any Grammys, Oscars, Emmys. I think they're all. They snub so many options.
Shorties.
Shorties.
I remember.
Shorty Awards.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you guys know that
There are a
the
couple of
YouTube
shorties,
channel
eh?
Your Movie Sucks, YMS?
Yeah.
He put a video up of so he has his own podcast called Sardonicast, and they talk about this guy called Derek Savage who created this made to YouTube, like, children's show called Cool Cat. So basically like a and now that the same guy who created Cool Cat had this ceremony in, like, Las Vegas. I think it was like the Marijuana Award Show or something like
marijuana.
that. It is so
High
good.
school.
I will.
So So
get the name out.
So basically, what you're saying is we should just create our own award show then.
We can
The
actually.
AUC Awards. Oh my
That
god.
would be really good.
Dude.
You guys.
It was already done. It's called Netflix Trending Now.
Really? Netflix Trending Now is the award show?
The Trending Now tab, yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
god.
Oh.
That doesn't sound good.
That sounds a lot like the YouTube trending tab, which is trash, by the way. Don't ever go there.
Oh yeah, I go
Yeah,
there.
this
Yeah.
is localized.
Yeah.
I go
Everybody
there
watches the same stuff.
to
You keep seeing
procrastinate
Geo in
and
the
to look
cinema
at
on
like the
YouTube.
hot hit videos and then hot stuff.
Hot
But
stuff.
hot stuff,
Steamy
baby,
stuff.
the sea.
Mhm.
Oh, I thought
Um,
you meant like hot questions and hot wings, you know, like
No
Hot
wings.
hot takes. Like, welcome to the show with.
We just record in the car as we drive for some hot wings.
I'm vegan though.
Oh, you can get the vegan wings.
I get the
You
vegan.
can get
one.
vegan wings.
Oh yeah, here we go. So it's
Yeah,
the
I thought
420.
you had
It's the 420 awards.
Oh,
Yeah.
Of course. It's the 420. We could have come up with that, man.
I don't think it's
Oh,
really
yeah,
good.
that's
I feel like you can
It's
get
called
an award.
Adam and Powers 420 Awards Show 2019 event.
What about awards, right? It only has value if people give a shit.
Yeah, I know, but I really don't care about the Oscars one bit. They snub so many like good movies and
There.
like
I found one spot where you can
there's a lack of diversity
eat
too.
vegan.
No, there's a restaurant that I go to whenever I have the chance called Terra Zen, and that's in the center of Amsterdam. It's like 10 minutes away from the
Ah.
station.
Well, let's go there then. Let's go get some.
Problem is,
Oh.
it's a really tiny place, so you gotta get a table as
Oh,
you can. It gets quite
okay.
crowded there.
But of course,
maybe
you're an
we should-
insider.
I'm
You
an
know.
I know. I'm like not just a film critic. I'm a food critic too.
Man.
Do you
Yeah.
Yelp, Tatiana?
Are
you on Yelp?
Are you in Yelp?
I'm not actually.
You said you're a food
Maybe I
critic,
should,
right?
isn't it? Yeah.
Oh my god, you know what's the best stuff? You know, and whenever I'm just down and a little, you know, life gets me
South
on the
Park.
ground. And whenever I just need a little bit of a pick me up,
South
I
Park.
just go on well, South Park is nice, but I go on Google Maps and I just go to some random British town and I like look at the reviews for some shitty restaurant.
You weirdo.
Because the British wit, it's so dry and it's amazing. It's
You
such
weirdo.
good shit, man. Really.
You weirdo.
Oh,
Well, go on then.
It's so fun.
You go on then. Read
Oh.
us some of those comments.
No, sure. You guys entertain the stream though. In the meantime.
All right. I'll have some like
Yeah.
pop-in commentary.
I remember
here.
going to Kent once during the summer.
Oh,
I went with
sure,
two
that's
friends
very
of mine, and food was really cheap there and quite big portions.
Ooh.
Really good, $2.50 for like a lot, like a box. Like think of
Of what?
you get the little box set where you have your
What's
new
in the box?
iPhone. What's in the box?
What's in the box?
And then think of it like 3 times as big.
Sounds like a
That's
lack of
how
labor rights.
Ooh.
That really
There's a town-
that took a
Oh my
serious
god.
turn.
There's a town called Reading.
Reading. It's
No, that's Reading right
it's
there.
it's Reading. Reading or red?
Reading.
Maybe
Reading.
I think it's. My country is weird.
Oh,
I
the
know.
British.
If you're from Reading in the United Kingdom, we
Hit
don't
us up.
apologize.
Right.
It is okay. It is real. This one's quite funny. Wokingham.
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 Isn't there a town called Bath?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bath. I've never been to
Bath.
Bath, but I heard it's really nice.
Oh, I have been to Bath. Yeah, you should go to
Yeah.
the Roman Bath.
Yeah,
there.
that's why it's called Bath.
That's a highlight. This place is called Wurst, and I just love that.
Hurst.
Hurst.
That's a German
Wurst.
city somewhere in Germany.
Yeah.
It's called
Wurst.
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 Wurstenbrau. You know, it's like the local
Oh,
beer
that's a
there.
nice
Wurst
name. Billing Bear.
Hurensohn. What?
Billing Bear.
Billing Bear.
Billing Bear.
Like Paddington Bear? Like Billing?
Alright, okay, let's pull up the reviews then.
Oh, sure. Let's go to Billing Bear, right?
Billing Bear.
Billing
Go to
Bear.
Billing
It's a
Bear
golf
in the
course.
UK.
Oh, well, certainly. No, you
The
must have
golf
some.
course. Let's go to some.
You do need a minimum amount of. Oh, 204 is perfect.
You know what I should do instead of going
perfect.
on my phone for procrastination? Just go on Google Earth and go like type in like an obscure island and just look at pictures.
You weirdos.
I know, right? Just wish you were
Alright.
there.
Thomas, we need your juicy
Okay,
voiceover for this
wait.
one.
I'm not sure whether this is. Oh.
It's got really low ratings. That's
Oh
a shame.
yeah, no, the low rating. you
Oh,
always
that's a
go for
cool
the low
name.
ratings.
Look, the Straight Mile. That's the
the
name
Straight
for it.
Mile.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This is a review from Jeanette Carly.
Janet says.
Janet.
It's such a Karen name. Janet says, "This is the second time I've had to come off the course because those playing in front of me do not let the game behind through. The condition of the course and the staff are very good, but this is a course where you must be prepared to play your worst golf rather than
as well as you can.
a marshal should be considered before the course loses more visitors." Why do you need a marshal for that? Why would you need some person to like police you on how fast you're golfing?
Have you
Come
ever played
on.
golf?
Yeah, I have. I've played golf. Yeah.
I've
What-
never played golf.
Why would you want
Just
a marshal?
mini golf, but not actual
No,
golf.
golf.
No,
like
no.
proper,
Like
Billing Bear
proper-
Park golf.
Proper we play golf.
You've never played golf?
No,
I've played it
haven't.
once actually.
How is it? It seems quite
Pretty
plain.
slow. It's like
Yeah.
it's fishing. People hype it up and you're like, Grandpa, this is not fun.
I mean, you're doing fishing
Oh, we're
wrong
getting out of
there.
England. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to the golf course.
Bro,
which-
you gotta go fly fishing in rivers, man. That shit's intense.
Yeah? Oh man, if I just paint the fishing community, I'm sorry for that. Yeah,
You're
there's
probably
some
fishing
place
in
like
ponds,
Zoetermeer.
aren't you?
Yeah, of course Zoetermeer would have a golf course. Zoetermeer. The
Zoetermeer.
sweet ass lake. Of course Zoetermeer. Yeah, oh that's it.
Shout out to all the cockers.
Shout out to all the cocks out there. Love you.
Willem.
They're not called Willem, they're called
Willem.
they're called Jean-Pierre.
Jean-Pierre.
Or Willem Sjoerd or something
Willem
like that. You know? Because we're too fancy, we can't just have one name, we'll have two names. Willem Sjoerd.
Johnny.
Okay. Let me
Do you
just.
guys have middle names actually?
Yeah, I do, and this podcast will not know him.
Thomas.
Oh, we can write a review as the podcast. Oh my god, that's great. What are we gonna
That's
review
illegal. But that's illegal.
No.
We haven't been there.
This? No, clearly.
No, don't
Don't do
don't do it.
Fantastic golf course.
No.
Could do without the barrels of nuclear waste.
We're gonna get banned on Google, man.
Are we gonna get banned on Google, do you think, for this?
I would ban you from Google for that.
I mean, I know you would ban me, but would Google ban me from ban Google? What?